Small businesses face a unique set of challenges when it comes to preventing and detecting fraud. Research shows that a single fraud incident costs small businesses a median amount of over $150,000. Losing that much money to employee theft is an expense many small businesses just can't absorb. You rely on the trust of your employees to make your company successful. But how much trust is too much? Just ask these convicted fraudsters.
The acts that I perpetrated personally could have been caught very easily with just a good boss.
And honestly, too much trust in some ways is very unfair to the person being trusted, because we can all be tempted in various ways.
I'm Jim Ratley, President and CEO of the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. Here's the story of one small business owner who trusted his employee too much.
My name is Roy Faust. I own a small custom kitchen and bath remodeling business. The reason I started this business is because I'm truly passionate about remodeling. I love it. However, sometimes as an entrepreneur, you have to wear so many hats that you can't really be an expert in everything. About 2.5 months ago, I had an employee steal upwards of about $25,000. The way that she was stealing money was that she was stealing my physical checks, writing checks to herself and depositing those checks. Then she was going into QuickBooks and basically changing around some of the coding to hide some of her transactions.
Unfortunately, Roy did not implement clear strategies to prevent fraud at his company until it was too late. The best way to protect your business from fraud is to be proactive. If you are a small business owner, here are a few simple steps you can take to reduce the chances of experiencing fraud. Conduct background checks on all employees.
We're looking not only at their skills, but we're looking at their background. We're going to vet them. We're going to check references. I'm not going to hire you if I can't check your reference. I've made mistakes in the past where I couldn't check a reference and I went ahead and hired someone, and there was a reason that I couldn't check that reference. So I think one of the things you do is vet your staff, check their references, look beyond just skills, but try to look at that person.
Implement a written code of ethics.
Generally, a code of ethics of a company really should be short. It needs to be something that company employees can pick up and use on a daily basis. If it's a long narrative, a long book, it's not helpful. And it needs to be custom tailored to the particular business and particular ethical challenges that employees in that company faces.
Divide bookkeeping and check signing authority.
It was easy. There was not a lot of controls in place. There was not a lot of accountability. I cut the checks, I signed the checks, I reconciled the payroll accounts, the bank accounts. There was just not a lot of accountability. In fact, there was no accountability.
Deliver bank statements unopened to top management.
You know, if he'd been opening his bank statements, I hate to say that because I don't want to blame my client for the way I victimized him. But the truth is, had he opened a bank statement 6 months earlier, and had I known he opened a bank statement, I might have pulled away. We could have saved both of us some money and some heartbreak.
Implement a reporting mechanism or hotline.
According to research from the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners, the #1 method of detecting fraud is through tips, and most of those tips, of course, come from employees. In order to get people to report what they've seen, they are only going to do it if they feel that they're going to be protected. If they feel any type of a threat, they're simply not going to report. So, promises of protection against retaliation are absolutely critical to the success of a whistleblower program in environments where anonymity is not going to be possible.
Placing trust in employees is a necessary part of running a small business, but that trust also raises the risk of fraud. If you do suspect fraud, contact an expert. And for more fraud prevention resources, visit acfe.com. On behalf of the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners, I'm Jim Radley.
When I first discovered I had been defrauded, I felt so stupid. I felt embarrassed, but I had to sort of face up to the fact that it wasn't that I was stupid, I just wasn't following simple steps to prevent this.